Greetings friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Alicia and in today's video I'm taking you through my May Winco haul, showing you what I'm going to be making for meals this week. I'm very excited. I shouldn't say I'm very excited, but I am actually very excited because baseball season's over. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but I feel like with baseball season, I wasn't fully able to be in the kitchen as much as I liked or much as I wanted to. Schedules were so off, so this is gonna be the very first full week where I'm back in the kitchen every day. Very excited about that, and I'm excited to share the meals I'm gonna be making, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna be starting right down over here. I have 5 packages of celery. For the past, I believe it's been 2 months already, I've been juicing celery, and me and my husband have been drinking it every morning. It's only Monday through Friday that we drink it, but we have noticed a huge difference with our digestive system. So if you're ever interested in juicing, I definitely recommend doing it first thing in the morning. You don't need that much to do it. I think it's like 8 to 16 ounces. We do about 8 ounces ourselves personally before we have coffee, and it's made a huge difference. I always like to keep vegetables, frozen vegetables, in my freezer for those days where I just don't feel like chopping up anything and I just want something very fast. So I have some peas and carrots. Back here I have a tablecloth, just like a regular picnic tablecloth. This is for a Disney inspired movie night I'm coming up with. I did one a long time ago. It was actually one of the very first few videos on my channel that I did one, and it's been so long and I really enjoyed doing that video. So I'm getting back into it. I actually have 2 coming up pretty soon. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe. I have some watermelon right here. It is my very first watermelon of the season that I've purchased. My favorite fruit is watermelon by far. So as soon as it gets in season, I always have to make sure to buy one. So I picked one up from Winco while I was there. I have some Cheetos just for my kids' lunches. We still have a really big bag of those onion chips that I bought from my Costco haul, but we're under halfway done with those. So just a bag of Cheetos just to kind of maybe change it up a little bit because, you know, because we all like variety. Right here I got some Clamato. I thought a Bloody Mary just sounded good. This was not on my list, but whenever I walked past it, that just sounded so refreshing to me. So probably for like a Saturday morning or something, I can make myself one. I love Bloody Marys, my husband not so much. I have some bananas for breakfast, for snacks, for lunches, all that good stuff. Right here I have some fresh turmeric, and this is for golden milk, which is basically like milk with turmeric and some ground black pepper in it. And what it's good for, it's good for like to reduce the inflammation in your body. And we used to drink this a long time ago, and it's been a very long time since we've had this. So I thought maybe incorporating the celery juice in the morning and then having a glass of this at night would just be really beneficial to us. So I picked that up. I have a little piece of a fresh ginger right here. This is going to be going into, I believe, the golden milk recipe. I'm going to be trying a different recipe than I normally make, so I'm excited to give that a try. All right, and then at my very first meal, I'm making a crispy cheese taco with an avocado cilantro sauce, and it calls for a lot of cheese, so I picked up a whole block of it. I have some bulk ground cumin. That's one of the reasons I love going to Winco, is that I could just get as much or as little seasoning as I need. So I like to refill my seasonings, and so my cumin package is almost low, so I'm just gonna refill it up with this. It makes it so much cheaper. I have some deli ham back here, just a little bit of Hawaiian ham for lunches. So I am making a shrimp linguini. I actually don't have a recipe to link for you guys. That is a recipe that I kind of made a long time ago. I do have like a little blog going on right now. There's not many posts on there, but I'm trying to incorporate some of my homemade recipes. So maybe one day in the future I will incorporate that recipe into my blog. So be on the lookout for that. Some tomatoes. I always like having just little tomatoes on hand, just to throw into like egg scrambles or salads or sandwiches or wraps. These are so versatile. I just like having them. I have 3 gallons of milk back here. I have definitely upped from 2 gallons that I normally get, but we're definitely going through 3 now. I have some red grapes for my kids' lunches and for myself as well. I love snacking on those. And I picked up some little Mandarin Oranges. I like having a bunch of variety of fruits on hand for my kids. A package of some fresh blueberries. I do have some more blueberry. I have a package of flesh. I have a package. I do not have a package of flesh, guys. I have a package of fresh blueberries right here. Okay, so I'm really bummed out. I was looking for cubed steak at the store. They had nothing. I could not find cube steak because I really was hoping to make like a chicken fried steak dish this week because that just sounded so good and comforting. And I love having that corn on the side of chicken fried steak. So that was the reason I got this, with the intent of serving it on the side of that. So now I'm gonna have to come up with something else. I have an empty dinner slot. If you guys have any dinner recommendations with corn, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Some cookies. I got some Chips Ahoy for my kids. I have 5 of the Oikos 000 yogurts. These are actually for my husband for his lunches. I have 2 packages of chicken broth back here. Some distilled white vinegar. I really go through vinegar quite quickly when I cook. I used it in some Asian dishes, and not just that, but I use this as a substitute for like buttermilk. So whenever a recipe calls for buttermilk, I always use a vinegar instead, and I add it to my milk, and it creates the buttermilk, because buttermilk is actually really expensive, and this is just such a cheap way to make your own buttermilk. Some Triscuit crackers. Just, we like to have snacky foods around. Speaking of snacky foods, I also picked up some Ritz crackers. Haven't had these in a long time, so thought this would be a great idea. Some chicken breasts. I'm running low on chicken breasts from my Costco haul. I always like to get the Winco chicken in between visits because the price is actually really good. I do meal prep our lunches. I make a bunch of grilled chicken or roasted chicken breasts for me and my husband's lunches. But I'm also making this week a Tuscan chicken mac and cheese, which looks phenomenal. Giving it a try. I've never tried it before. I picked up 2 English cucumbers. One is actually for my kids' lunches, and then the other one is I'm making my own tzatziki sauce. And that is going into like a Greek meatball dish where you make your own tzatziki sauce. So I love making my own sauce. I'm gonna stop saying tzatziki because I don't think I'm saying it right. and I'm pretending I am, but I love that sauce. Just Greek yogurt with some garlic, lemon, English cucumber. It is so delicious and refreshing. Down here I have some sun-dried tomatoes, and this is going into that Tuscan mac and cheese. Some horseradish. That is hard to say. It's not horse, it's horseradish. I'm having such a difficult time talking. Horseradish. Okay, this very minimal amount is going into my Bloody Mary to make it a little bit spicy. Some feta sauce that is going to go on top of those Greek meatballs. I have a plethora of good stuff going on over here. Some jalapenos and some tomatillos, and this is actually going to go into that crispy cheese taco. I'm going to make my own salsa verde with that. I have some yellow onion or brown, whatever, yellow brown, white onions, garlic, and a bunch of shallots. I've been falling in love with shallots lately, so I want to make sure I have plenty on hand for whatever it is that I'm needing, and then I'll just double it pretty much because shallots just taste so sweet and delicate, but like it still gives you that oniony flavor, you know? I have a ranch packet. This is going into that shrimp scampi dish that I make. It is, like I said, it is so easy. It's really not that healthy because you're using half of this package, but it is so good. I promise I will write up a blog post about it. It is the easiest weeknight dinner. Okay, moving on back here. I have some tomato bouillon right here. This goes into like Mexican rice whenever I don't feel like using like tomato sauce or anything. This just makes it way easier. A little bit of enchilada sauce is going into those crispy tacos. And a big old jar, I could not find anything smaller than this, of sliced pepperoncinis. I believe this is going into the Greek meatball dish. There's like an olive dressing that goes on top of it or is served with it, and this is part of it. And then last is a box of Lucky Charms back here just for kids snacks. I like to give my daughter even a handful of these in the afternoons in like a little cupcake liner for her, just to snack on in between meals. Alright you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Winco haul. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel on your way out. I would really appreciate your support. And we will see you in the next video. Bye friends.